So what's with the flamingos? Hey guys, what's up? This punk guy here. Thanks for joining me back on my review channel. Now, before we get into this awesome review, I just want to say, don't forget to add and subscribe to this channel. Add me on Instagram at this punk guy. I'll put a link down there below like I always do. And I'm very excited about this review, so let's get right into it. I'm glad that you guys are here, because I know you guys clicked on the thumbnail to see my review of Authority Zero's Ollie Ollie Oxen. Now, if you guys don't know who they are a punk band from Mesa, Arizona. They dabble in a lot of other influential stuff like ska and surf music and stuff like that, but this is their 8th full-length album, self-released. Authority Zero, Ollie Ollie Oxen Free. Here's the front, here's the back. Really cool cover. Last LP came out in 2018, Persona Non Grata. I do have a review for that, so I'll put a link up there so you can click on it if you want to see that review. I do love the album cover, even though I don't really understand what the meaning behind it is. I guess it's kids playing or / training to be in an apocalypse. I don't know. All I gotta say is somebody here really likes Photoshop. But it kind of reminds me of like a Dead Kennedys album, almost like a collage of different elements kind of mixed in. It's really cool. Right off the bat, this album sounds amazing. It was produced and engineered and mixed by Cameron Webb, who's also worked with other bands like Pennywise and Sum 41. And they also have a previous relationship working with them on Tipping Point, which is one of my favorite albums and definitely has some of my favorite songs by Authority Zero. This album probably has some of their most aggressive songs since their debut album. And I'm not saying that they don't have rippers on any other tracks, especially their opening tracks always start off with bangers, but this one just has an accumulation of rippers. I definitely feel this has to do with Eric Walsh joining the band and Dan Ade actually stepping down from the band, which I'm kind of sad because Dan Ade was a great asset to the band and really created a concrete sound in the last couple of albums to define Authority Zero. If you don't believe me, see my last review. Now, Eric Walsh definitely brings a kick-ass energy, hype feeling to the band for sure. Now, if you don't believe me, I would check out his previous band, Poor Habit, and realize that he brings that same energy and hype into this band for sure. I also really want to give props to Chris Daly, the drummer of the band, who really brings that ferocious aggression to his kit. It almost sounds like the band's just trying to keep up playing with him. With all this punk fast and furiousness going on in the album, I will say there are a lot of that missing other elements of influences in here, like the surf and the ska and stuff. I mean, it's kind of like sprinkled in here and there, but it's definitely more of a straight up punk rock album. Let's talk about the tracks on this album, and we definitely can't talk about this album without talking about the track Ollie Ollie Oxen Free. I mean, this track tells you everything you want to know about this album. This track came out about 3 months pre-release before the album actually dropped, and I just straight up jizzed my pants, I'm not gonna lie. This track really is a perfect punk rock song. Everything from the fast, ferocious guitar, almost thrash-sounding riff, to Jason DeVore's amazing, incredible, powerful voice. That man knows how to write a melody. I'm gonna talk about the track for what it's worth. Now, we can talk about all the other tracks. Obviously, Don't Tear Me Down is an obvious one you'd think that I would be talking about because it's got Jim Lindberg from Pennywise on it. Now, the reason why I want to talk about For What It's Worth is because I really love the lyrics on this track. I think this is a track we all as humans can relate to, and something we all need to do as human beings is have empathy. Now, we all know someone that's going through some type of hardship, or maybe we're going through hardship, and this track pretty much just says, you know, I can't help you, I can't fix you, but for what it's worth, I acknowledge your pain. And I don't know why, but it's something really soothing to say to someone or to hear, is just to acknowledge someone that they matter. Plus the guitar riff is fucking sick. Now, the last track I want to talk about is Fire Off Another One, which definitely leans more towards the heavy rock sound, and it's slower, but that doesn't mean it's any less heavy. Ironically, it also has a same pop sensibility like 21st Century Digital Boy from Bad Religion has. I kind of put these two songs in the same type of category. Now, Authority Zero has never really been a political band. They lean more towards the self-empowerment and positivity. Now, this track definitely isn't an outright left-leaning or right-leaning track. This makes a conscious effort to say that a lot of people out there talk shit and don't really know what they're talking about, and then when you prove them wrong, all they do is just double down on their opinion. Just take a position and never really listen or are open to what other people's opinions are. They just like to have their opinion and just shove it at you, and that's what this song is about. In conclusion, I don't want you to think that I don't think there is versatility in this album, because there is a lot of it. I just didn't really talk about it on here. I didn't even talk about the acoustic track New Day, or the ska influenced song Ear to Ear. I don't want to overuse the phrase, but I'm gonna say it here. This album is phenomenal. So here's the problem I have with Authority Zero, because they are one of my favorite bands, is every time a new LP comes out, I always say, it's good, but it's not as good as their last album, because their last album is always my favorite album. And it's no different here, because Persona Non Grata is my favorite Authority Zero album. But come back to me in a month when I have this album memorized front to back, and I'll probably tell you this is my favorite album by them. So I'm going to go ahead and give this album a 4.5 out of 5 stars. It's not my favorite album by them, but I'm sure in a month it will be. So Authority Zero is definitely one of those bands that's underutilized. They should be much, much bigger than they are. They are one of the greatest bands out there, still playing, still touring. The only question I have for them is, what's with the pink flamingos? Thanks for watching that review, guys. I hope you guys like it. Let me know, what did you guys think of this album? What was your favorite track? What was your least favorite track? Also, tell me, how do you guys range this album in comparison to all their other albums? Like I said, every time a new album comes out, it's not as good as their last album, but then it becomes my favorite album. So it's really hard to list in a tier of which album I like the best by them. But anyway, so let me know what you guys thought. Leave a comment, and like always, guys, I'll see you at a show! So how fun was this album, guys? This is like my favorite driving record to listen to while I'm driving to work. Anyways, I got more reviews coming like always, guys. Click the link and check out one of my previous reviews, and I'll see you guys in the next one.